So good morning, my dear students. Welcome back in History and Civics for class 6, and we will study the remaining part of the rural local self-government, and that day we have studied about talking about the compulsory functions of the Gram Panchayat. Now we will study about the optional functions of the Nyaya Panchayat and its the sources and different types of the things. So here the functions, the works of the Nyaya Panchayat is that Nyaya Panchayat used to work with the petty civil and the criminal cases. Used to work for the criminal cases and the civil cases also. That means they used to hear and decide the minor cases. They had to listen the minor problems, the minor cases, and they had to decide about on that. And in doing so, they used to provide the very cheap, very fast, and very quick justice to the people. So that means they not have to the persons, those are criminal, those who are have done some mistakes. That people not have the time to wait for long times to getting the justice and the happiness and other things. Here, this Nyaya Panchayat used to for the local, for the rural areas, for the village level. This Nyaya Panchayat used to work for providing the very cheap and the very fast the justice to them. The second one is that they also can punish the guilty within the certain limitations. That means they have such a limitations. In that limits they can punish, but that it does not mean that that they can put in the jail. They can send into the jail, the prisons. That means it can only this Nyaya Panchayat can only punish with a small fine, with money and some other types of punishment, but it is not that they can send it to the jail or the prisons. A person, if he is not satisfied, he can knock the door of the district court for getting the justice. If any persons have got some injustice or the decision was wrong against him by the Nyaya Panchayat, so he can go the district court for getting the justice and being satisfied persons. Let's see. The Nyaya Panchayat used to get the money from where? That means the sources to do all this kinds of the thing, because any person, any department cannot do without the money and without the money, or we can say in a kindness. And especially this is the government things. This is the service for the people. So here they need the money. From where the money comes, and they to carry out the different types of the works, the Gram Panchayat requires a lot of money, and they get the money from the talking about the taxes which we people used to give. Talking about maybe from the taxes goes from our houses, from the shops, for the fairs, and so on. Next one, you can say that the admission fees which we are paying, that also that means the charges. That means admission fees means the charges which we have where we have done mistake and we are giving the small fine. That fine is also used to go for the help or for the work of the Gram Panchayat. Next one is talking about the fines the people find guilty. If the same if people have got the criminal cases and they have also find it like that, so this money also go for the help of for the work of the Gram Panchayat. And let's talk about the taxes which have given for the different goods from the different things which have taken out by the from the village. They also have to this money used to go for the different work of the Gram Panchayat. And the last one is talking about the money also come from the Zilla Parishad and we can say from the district level. So now let's see the importance of the Gram Panchayat. What are the importance? That means the Gram Panchayat plays or used to work for, I say, important role for the village people where they are living. So that means the first one is that the Gram Panchayat used to help the village to solve their daily problems day by day, what the problem is going on. So the Gram Panchayat used to help, used to solve, used to do something if any person is having some problem in a daily way, in a daily life. So they are helping. Next one is that they are used to they used to ensure the participation of the people in the development in their community. So they are used to give some work for the development of the country, for the community, and in doing so, it promotes the cooperation, and that means when this Gram Panchayat used to give the work for the people for the development of the community, and thus therefore it just make the persons to just cooperate in a promote the cooperations or cooperate the people with the happiness, with the zeal and with the enthusiasm. Now last one, it also gives some training for the future to our village, and especially to we can say as leaders and some other people. So now let's see about the block committee. Block committee is that in spite of doing all these things, the Gram Panchayat cannot cater the needs to the village. They cannot stop. They cannot cater the needs of the village. For instance, it is very difficult for the Gram Panchayat to build a very high school in an area because of the lack of the funds. So therefore, in such a cases, it becomes very essential, very important. The Gram Panchayat work in a cooperation with the other Gram Panchayat. So it's for one Gram Panchayat, for one village, it is very difficult to make one school for the poor people or for the children to get education. So therefore, and because it's to open the school, they need lot of money, lot of funds. So therefore, they used to cooperate, they used to work, they used to make the unity with the other Gram Panchayat, and that group of form is called as the block committee. What is called a block committee? A group of Gram Panchayat is called the block committee. So they used to make the contact with the other Gram Panchayat, and that is working with the different Gram Panchayat is called block committee, and this block committee is also known as the Panchayat committee. Usually the block committee used to look after the needs of the 100 villages. Almost the block committee, or we can say the Panchayat committee, used to look after almost the 100 villages, and when the 100 villages comes, at least maximum 100 or below the 100 villages comes together, they can collect that much money, that much the fund, and can construct the schools, can make the schools. Now let's see the compositions. It's who are belonging there, and here almost block committee generally consists of the following, who are the members of this block committee: the Sarpanch, Pradhan, Mukhya, and all the Gram Panchayats within the block. Within one block is there, like Salempur block. So in that block, how many villages are there? All the Sarpanch, or you can say the Mukhya or the Pradhan or the Gram Panchayat, and all the Gram Panchayats belong into this block committee. Even the chairperson talking about the town area committee and even notified area of the block committee are also the member of the block committee. Sorry. The members of parliament as well as the Vidhan Sabha. That means those who are the member of the parliament, or as well as the Vidhan Sabha, or we can say the state legislative assemblies who are representing. These also people are belonging to the block committee, and some of the people belongs from the scheduled caste, the scheduled tribes, and they also are the members of the block committee. Even 1/3 of the total seats are reserved, even though for 1/3 of the total seats from the women's side also reserved, so they all belong to this block committee. Now let's see what are the works of the block committee. The block committee, that means the BDO. BDO means the block development officer, who used to carry the different works, different functions of the block committee, which are just like this. The first one, you can say the block committee look after the work of the Gram Panchayat under it. Therefore, it used to arrange the money. It used to just used to work and used to arrange the money, collect the money from the government to just lead out the different various block development programs and the works. And the last one is talking about this BDO. That means the functions of the block committee. It used to make the community development program its area in different fields, like talking about the irrigation areas, and it's talking about the seeds, the fertilizers distribution to the farmers, to the health or the education facilities, supply of the drinking water. That means whatever we need, whatever the needs are there for the village area in the block committee, that they used to carry out by the help of the block committees. That is the work of the block committee. Now let us see talking about the Zilla Parishad. Zilla Parishad is the head is the Panchayati Raj system. Zilla Parishad is headed by the Panchayati Raj system, and used to work from the district level all the states of our country. At the district level, what are the states, different districts are there, and they used to work for their villages in their districts, and the people of the district elect their members for their Zilla Parsad, and that Zilla Parsad are the following, just like that. All the chairpersons who are belonging to the Zilla Parsad, all the chairpersons and of the block committees are belonging to the Panchayat Committee. Next one, talking about the Vidhan Sabha or the Vidhan Parishad, or the members of the state legislature are also belonging to this Zilla Parsad. Now, next one, talking about those people who are elected for the parliament from the district level, they are also belonging to the Zilla Parsad. And the next is talking about the officers like the collector or the district judge or the police officers are belonging to this Zilla Parsad. And the next one, talking about the scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, and the scheduled this backward classes were there. Even the 1/3 of the total seats are reserved for the women. They are also belonging to this Zilla Parsad. Now let's see the work of the Zilla Parsad. They are having the different types of the works or the functions, and we can say that they used to work of they used to seize over the work of the block committee and different types of the program of the Gram Panchayat. They used to give some types of the advice to the state government on the working of the Panchayati Raj systems. It also used to approve some of the budgets of the block committee and distributes funds among them. That means they used to just approve finalize the budget of the block committee and just distribute these funds, the money among them. Then this Zilla Parsad, what they used to do, they used to work for the community development, which is started by the block committee, and they used to look up the different types of the projects, the programs, the aims, within the 5 years they used to complete this. All the plans used to be developed. So next one is talking about the program. There is the agriculture and all the things. It is monitored. It monitors the agriculture progression. This Zilla Parsad used to look after the agriculture department, and it undertakes especially the projects of the irrigations. They also look after the educations within the jurisdictions by constructing, maintaining, inspecting, and having especially in the primary or the secondary schools in the government areas. They used to look after the development in the education systems. They also used to look after the health of the people. That means talking about making the building or maintaining and inspecting the hospitals and dispensaries, primary health resources, and all these things. So these are the work of the Zilla Parsad, and we can say that they are the link between the block committee and the state government. This is Zilla Parsad used to work as the link between the block committee and the state government. Then they also used to establish some of the it improve, it can just help, it can support the people to make the industries and the arts and so on. Now let us see, these many great functions are there, these many works are there to do it from the Zilla Parsad, to have done by this Zilla Parsad and have such a great things, such a great functions. How they from where they used to get the money to fulfill all or to work all these kinds of the functions. So this money the money is to come from for the Zilla Parsad, that they need the money from the central government and even as well as the state government. That means they are used to get money by and also they used to get by if they are getting the money from the central and as well as the state, they are also getting the money from the different taxes which you are paying, the taxes from the land, from the water, from electricity and fares and so on. So this used to help these persons, Zilla Parsad, to bring or to work for the different projects for the development of the Zilla Parsad, and it used to participate in the governance of the community. That means it brings about the cooperation and the self-judicial systems which can work in a channel between the villages and the block development officers. So today the chapter his civics lesson 1 is finished, and my dear students, there is a humble request from my side to you that all this quarterly syllabus, that is history 1, 2, 3 and civics lesson 1, I have taught, and it is all the exercises, even the correct answer, choose the fill the blanks, match the following, answer in brief, answer in detail. All the exercises I have put on the website. You just go through the school website and it is in the PDF form, and please write all the exercises, especially the question answer in the copy, and the exercises like the match the following, tick the correct answer, fill in the blanks, true, false. This should be fulfilled in the books. So please kindly complete it. When the school will be opened, you have to show the copies by completing, and if there will be no there will be no work in your copies, then it will be not good for you. It is not good for you means you cannot get the good marks. So therefore, please go through the school website to just get all the answers and write it and learn it by heart. That is the things. And your assignment also for the summer vacation assignment is that at least the answer in all the question answer, especially the question answer, have to write at least one time in a assignment copy. So thank you.